Hi guys, welcome to the Fightish channel. As Hearn, the promoter of former world heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua, expects the official announcement of his worst rematch with WBA, WBO and IBF title holder Alexander Usyk will take place before the end of February. According to Hearn, now the boxing teams are trying to decide on the venue of the megafight, after which they will be able to close the deal. We're looking for a potential venue for the fight. Next week we will hold meetings all over the world to find out where this duel can take place. I wish it was London. I think the rematch will take place in May. We will talk about this with Alexander Krasyuk, who will coordinate everything, and I hope that we will announce a rematch before the end of February, as Hearn said in an interview. Hearn, the promoter of former world heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua, claims that the owner of the WBA, WBO and IBF titles, Alexander Usyk, always wanted to have a rematch with his word, despite negotiations on unification with WBC champion Tyson Fury. To be honest, Usyk preferred to fight with Joshua. It really is. He agreed to it under contract, so he thought, I will do it and then I will look towards a fight with someone else if I win. Joshua also preferred to fight with Usyk, but we were contacted. There could be a point in this plan, and everyone wanted to discuss it. When everything went wrong, 10 days ago we talked with Alexander Krasyuk. I said, okay, let's have our fight. He replied, okay, cool. We have excellent relations with Krasyuk and Agis Klimas. It's great and easy to work with them. We all know what we need to do. We don't need to make a deal, it's already ready. We just need to decide where the fight will take place. This is our plan for next week, Hearn said in an interview. Friends, before starting to watch this video, I would like to ask you to subscribe to my channel. If you really enjoy the content, then please subscribe to my channel and keep watching the videos. If you are subscribed, then you receive notifications about the release of new videos. You do not even have to look for anything personally. I really want to get 10,000 subscribers on my channel. I'm trying very hard, absolutely every day, and I need your support. Your likes, comments, reposts to social networks. Thanks to everyone who subscribes to my channel. You are my support. Thank you so much. Former world heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua will face his last year's winner, the current IBF, WBA and WBO world champion Alexander Usyk, in May. Joshua's promoter, as Hearn, said that this fight, as expected, will be held in a paid broadcast. Joshua's rematch with Usyk can become a paid broadcast on the DAZN platform, and in my opinion, it will be. This week I spoke with Usyk's promoter Alexander Krasyuk. We will meet again in a few days. The planned month of the fight is still May, Hearn said. I will be negotiating with people all over the world next week. We have received various offers, and I would like Joshua Usyk second to be held in London. We have to announce everything by the end of February, added the head of the Mushroom Promotion Organization. The Gypsy King is convinced that his compatriots would like to see him against Anthony Joshua more. Does the public really demand my fight with a Ukrainian who does not speak English? With a foreigner, or does it demand the largest British confrontation since the Lennox Lewis-Franco Bruno duel? I would say that my fight with Joshua is the best option for the fans, Tyson Fury said. The teams of Fury and Usyk negotiating a duel but couldn't agree on compensating for Anthony Joshua for refusing an immediate rematch with the Ukrainian. Tyson Fury believes that Anthony Joshua can refuse a rematch with Alexander Usyk, as he lost confidence after losing their first fight. I think Joshua doesn't want to fight Usyk under any circumstance. It seems to me that he will either abandon his position or take a chance and fight with Usyk. But in my opinion, Joshua will lose again and his career will end. He is in a rather difficult situation. Joshua used to do well, but these days he is below the plains and dancing to someone else's tune. But this happens when you lose the support of the fans, as well as your influence and titles. I think Joshua's confidence is at a low level. He is very vulnerable at the moment. I believe that if he fights with Usyk again, it will be the last nail in the lid of his coffin, Tyson Fury said in an interview. The British boxer is confident that his compatriot Anthony Joshua will lose in a rematch with the owner of the WBA, WBO and IBF titles Alexander Usyk, after which his career can be put to rest. Nowadays, Anthony Joshua is a hopeless bum. He lost twice, and when he fights with Usyk again, he will suffer a third defeat. Then he will be finished. It's said that everything turned out this way with this harmless man. But in the end, he had to fulfill his part of the deal, to beat any opponent who would be put up against him. I did my part of the job, but they didn't. Unfortunately for them, they are not good enough at the world level. Fortunately for me, I'm good enough, Tyson said. The Gypsy King criticized his compatriot Anthony Joshua for refusing to step aside and give him the opportunity to fight with the owner of the WBA, WBO and IBF titles, Ukrainian Alexander Usyk. Fury also said that he was ready to fight Joshua and Usyk in one evening. Joshua's demons broke his back. That's the thing. If he doesn't want to fight Alexander Usyk anymore, why didn't he step aside and give Dylan Whyte $5 million? Why didn't he fight me for the WBC title? He constantly wants to get more money, and here is the result. Joshua wanted me to clean up after him and make good money at the same time, but I'm too smart for that. I'm not going to clean up after him. Now let everyone mind their own business. I would fight with Usyk 7 times a week in his backyard. I would fight with Usyk and Joshua in one night. As for the fact that I am avoiding someone, I've had 3 fights with Deontay Wilder. After that, do you think I'm worried about some middleweight or bodybuilder? Said Fury. Tyson Fury said that he considers Deontay Wilder's scalp the most valuable in his collection, but puts a possible victory over Dylan Whyte in the next fight, only in 6th place. Perhaps my most valuable victory is our Deontay Wilder, then Vladimir Klitschko, Derek Chisora, Otto Wallin and Steve Cunningham. And then Dylan Whyte if I beat him. When I first fought Chisora, he was undefeated. He was in 1st place in the world rankings. I taught him a boxing lesson, and when we fought a few years later, he was young and in good shape. He had not been beaten a million times like after that. It was a mismatch, a one-sided fight, a rest time. A few years later, Dylan Whyte got into a fight with him. In my opinion, Whyte lost the first fight and was inferior in the second by knockout Derek, so everything is fair there. But in any case, they are 50-50, maybe 55-45. They are very similar. On a single day, anyone can win, Tyson said. The Gypsy King said he was not concerned about the suspicious silence of Dylan Whyte, who, after the announcement of their fight at the end of January, has not yet commented on this event. I don't really care why Whyte is silent. It's not my business. It's not my concern. But I suppose he knows what awaits him. He is going to have to face a ferocious thunderstorm, and he is just shocked because I will knock him out easily enough, said Gypsy King. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel.